Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com. Today is Wednesday, May the 26th, 2010. And if you tried to call the bottom again today, you got burned. Keep telling you guys, leave that alone. Let's look at some charts. Okay, today I'd like to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go over the charts and we're going to give you the analysis like we always do. But I'm also going to kind of explain to you guys why we're different than everybody else and why, our analysis is so much more effective. And I don't mean that arrogantly. It's just we're different, and as you can see, our calls are, awesome. So let me show you what makes us different. First off, a lot of guys out there, they study technical analysis. It's age-old practice. It's been around for I don't know how long, but Japanese came up with it, and it's very complex. But it takes a while to get used to it. But once you do it and you do it right, you will learn that it actually works very well. But it could be better. In my opinion, there are only 3 candlesticks you need to know. 1, 2, and 3, okay? Every other candlestick is a type of 3, of one of these 3, okay? Let's see. I keep getting questions on, like, I'll say this is like a hammer-like thingy, and someone will come along and say, no, the real name is whatever. It doesn't matter. This here, I will call it an inverted hammer, and someone else will, it doesn't count, or I'll call this an inverted hammer, I'll call this an inverted hammer. They'll say, no, that's it. Okay. I know the real names of it. I studied the technical analysis just like you did. The difference is I've changed it. I believe there's only 3 candlestick formations. There is the hammer. There's types of hammers, okay? Varying degrees of strength in each one, okay? Then there's the inverted hammer, right there, okay? And then there's a continuation signal. Let me find one right here, okay? Right here. That's the only 3 candlesticks I care about. And they tell me everything I need to know to successfully trade every market, every chart, okay? And if you want to disagree, well, then go back and look. I said buy here, I said sell here, I said sell here, I said sell here, and I'm saying sell here, okay? Now, let's look at this. On occasion, I'll get questions from people saying, well, why do you do this different, like this and that? And I don't mind that. That's all cool. When people send me professional emails or comments, I do my best to help them understand where I'm coming from. And then on time I'll get comments and whatnot that are less than professional. And I got one last night. It was a comment posted on our YouTube channel about, you're going to miss a rally. Where's your rally now, baby? Where'd it go? Look, as a technical analyst, you look at the chart and you say, okay, this is strong or weak. We have broken through major support. Major support line was here, pierced it yesterday. So now you look at this and you say, okay, what's possible? There are multiple scenarios that could happen here. Number 1, she could break down the following day. Number 2, she could bounce a little bit and then break down. Number 3, she could run up here to the middle Bollinger Band line and then break down. Number 4, she could run all the way up here to the upper Bollinger Band line, test the previous high, and then break down. In every case, she breaks down. So I just sit here and wait. That's the easiest game to play. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute. If she's going to rally all the way up here, which is not what I said, but if she's going to rally all the way up here, wouldn't I be better off to cover my short, go long, and rally up here? Sure. But we don't have a signal suggesting that's going to happen. See, if we had a really strong hammer formation on good volume, then we would anticipate a good move higher. And that would make sense to cover your short down here, go long, and ride it up, okay? In this case, we don't have that. So we believe that any move to the upside would be nasty at best, okay? Would not be all that strong and would not have the guts to move all the way up to this level. That's our opinion, but it tends to be right again and again, so I'm not going to deviate from my methodology that we use at PerfectStockAlert.com. Thus far, I've been making money hand over fist, and a lot of guys keep trying to call the bottom. It's a bad idea. It's just, I mean, even if the situation is set up for you and you call the bottom and you get it, let's say you get it 30% of the time, the 70% of the times that you don't get it will hurt you. So it's not worth the risk to me, okay? That's basically how I'm seeing that. All right, now let's look at the charts. Enough rambling. We have an inverted hammer today, very bearish. I want to short that. I will mark it on the chart. If you want to see these charts, they're always on our website at perfectstockalert.com, 100% free website. You can go there and check it out. But I'm going to be shorting this guy here. I believe we're going lower. We pierced the low point, new low versus the previous. We already know that we are going lower, so I would be shorting right here. And I was shorting to move to the upside, but I don't think it has to happen, and this condition is very weak. Now, a lot of guys will pass on these inverted hammers like this. It looks like a hammer. It's just upside down. They'll pass on that because it's not at the top of a run. They'd like to see the market run up here and then get an inverted hammer like this or this, okay? Then they say, okay, that's where you short. When they have them at the bottom, they say, oh, it doesn't really count because it's at the bottom of a run. Well, bottom is relative. And what my analysis has shown me is that whenever you see them show up on a bottom, even if this was the support line and you were going to bounce higher, this is a warning indicator for you, as was this, both of which are telling you the same thing. This support line is going to break down. So you now know if I do nothing but just hold my shorts, I'll make more money. Okay, now if you want to fight the odds and say, oh, I'm going to buy this awesome signal right here, well, that's more power to you, buddy, but don't try to sell it to me, okay, because it's not happening. All right, we got the same conditions on the S&P, the NASDAQ. Let's look at them. Here we have the NASDAQ. Now, the NASDAQ, like we said yesterday, has not broken this previous support line, but it will. And you'll notice you had an inverted hammer here 3 days ago. We said to short that. And yeah, you've got another one at the same location. Here's the situation you got to consider. All technical analysis is the study of buy and sell pressure. Okay, that's it. It's in its simplest form. Okay, what you have here is a sell signal telling you there is sell pressure right here. Then she gaps down and she rallies back up. Okay, now is that sell pressure gone? Not according to today's candlestick, which shows another inverted hammer telling us that there is still sell pressure right here. It's not alleviated, okay? Plain and simple. And when you have two inverted hammers back to back, it becomes even stronger of a sell signal. So yeah, you're gonna have to just say short it, short, short, short. Now somebody's gonna say, no, wait, she got a higher low and a higher high than the previous candlestick. Okay, go for it, buddy. Not for me, okay? All right. Here we have oil, the same condition. Note this hammer formation right here. Yeah, not a strong hammer, so you don't trust it. You don't go covering your short right there. And sure enough, the following day you get an inverted hammer telling you right here, this is a good solid inverted hammer telling you this is going to go lower. Another one right here, okay? Lots of reasons to go lower. Here you have another one on the S&P 500. You had the previous low yesterday was lower than this low point right here of 10,040 was lower than 10,044. That tells you this support line is already broken, and now you've got a sell signal right here telling you she's going to go lower. That's, I don't know any other way to tell it to you guys. I mean, if you want to make money in the market, you need to stack the odds in your favor. Everything's telling you this will go lower, so all you have to do is hold a short and you'll make money. Now, if you want to try to fight the odds, then go long right here, hope for a bounce to here, maybe pray for a bounce to here, and you know, great. But in the end of the day, you'll still come way down here, and I will still make money. It's just a sure, I mean, it's a sure deal you can find in the stock market. Okay. All right. Here we have the VIX. We got a hammer formation on today's activity. Basically, the VIX runs the opposite of the overall market, so that makes perfect sense. And you finally support this middle Bollinger Band line right here. I wouldn't, you know, concern myself with any pullback here. I'd be a buyer of the VIX or any ETF that follows the VIX. You don't have an inverted hammer at these high points up here, and that tells you this isn't over. This isn't the high. Okay, so that's still a good. It's good to stay bearish, plain and simple, okay? Let's look at our disclaimer. Also, if you haven't been to our website at perfectstockalert.com, it's 100% free. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or go to our website where you can see our portfolio. It's 100% free. Just go there, check it out. All we ask in return is you refer a friend. Tell somebody, anybody, go check out perfectstockalert.com. They're making tons of money over there, and they're loving it. All right, disclaimer time. The disclaimer. Okay, you can read. Awesome. Remember, you can't beat us. You might as well join us. See you at perfectstockalert.com.